Hello, everybody. This is Adriel here from Profit from Property. Thank you for everyone who has been following us, watching our videos, and thank you for everyone who has contacted us. Today, I'm going to share another series with you all in terms of how do we analyze projects to ensure that they do not drop in terms of value, but has a high chance in terms of the value to grow. Okay, why is that very important? Because recently we've met up with a lot of clients who come to us and tell us that, hey, buy new launches, most of the time we will make money. Is that true or is that false? Okay, and the second thing that we want to touch on is that usually when we are looking to buy a new launch, when we buy at the launch stage, usually that's the best timing because that's where you get your early bird discount, your VVIP discounts, and then during TOP, you will see a surge in terms of value and profit. Is that true? Yes and no. But we think it's also very important for the consumers to be educated on this portion as well because it's a dangerous mentality to have, especially when we are looking to purchase a new property because we have seen cases where it's not like this. Okay, so this video series is going to be a little bit long because it's going to be a bit more in-depth and we have covered various case studies with figures, facts, and some numbers for you all to digest. Okay, but at any point of time after the video, you can contact us directly if you need more information or need more assistance. Okay, with that, let's go. Okay, so here is a first project that we are going to be looking at. It's a new launch project yet to be TOP. Project name is called Margaretville. Okay, Margaretville, if you all know, is actually very close to Queenstown MRT. It's in the RCR region, City Fringe region. Very good location, Bukit Merah, Queenstown, Commonwealth area. Okay, one thing that I want to share with you all is the first key component to look at is we look at the break-even price. Okay, what is the break-even price? Break-even price meaning to say is the developer's cost price, factoring their initial bid of the land, okay, and then factoring their construction costs, factoring in their legal fees, other miscellaneous costs. That's how we derive the break-even cost at $1,516, which is particularly for Margaretville. Okay, meaning to say, for the developers, right, they have to sell above 1,005. Okay, anything in excess of 1,005 would be their profit. Okay, why is this important? Because we'll be looking at something called a margin. Okay, so now we look at the date of launch for Margaretville. It was somewhere around June 2018, so pretty recent. Can you all see the chart here? June 2018, right? When it was first launched, okay, the price was at about $1,900 per square foot. Okay, comparing it to the break-even cost of $1,500 per square foot. Meaning to say, the developer has a $400 profit margin. Okay, is that high or is that low? Let's take a look. So with a $400 profit margin, if the development is not doing well, example, if the sales is a little bit slow, what can the developer do? Can they drop their price from $1,900 per square foot up to $1,600 plus per square foot? Possible? Which is what happened here in Margaretville. Because the profit margin for the developer is so high initially when they launch, they have about $400 margin. So in order to move sales, when the sales is not doing well, they actually drop the price to about $1,600 plus per square foot in order to move the units. But the key point here is, are they still making money versus the break-even cost? The answer is yes, they are still making money, albeit at a lower margin. So imagine if you enter at the first launch of 1,009 with the mindset of, at initial launch stage, usually when we buy, we will usually be buying the lowest. We have a VVIP discount, we have an early bird discount. True and not true. The only thing to gauge is you have to gauge the price that you are buying at versus your break-even cost. If your margin is too much, example, like in this case, is a $400 per square foot margin, then of course you have the risk of the developer dropping the price closer to the break-even. Okay, so imagine you buy first launch, subsequent people who buy at the later stage, they enter much lower than you. So for those people who buy at $1,006 per square foot, for instance, all they have to do is to sell back at the price that you have bought at $1,009 per square foot. They will have already made profit. But for you, those that entered at the initial stage of $1,009 per square foot, they will end up getting stuck. That's how we see some new launches, people who bought new launches losing money. In fact, even at TOP, they don't see a surge because a lot of their neighbors or a lot of their peers has entered way lower than them. Okay, so this is the first example that I'm going to show you. Okay, the next example is Anjuni. Okay, again, very good location. Very good location. Very good location, close to Anjuni MRT. Now, focus on the key component I was mentioning earlier on, which is the developer's break-even cost. Okay, this one is at $1,256 per square foot. Now, let's take a look. When they launched that time at the initial stages of N2014, it was launched at $1,600 per square foot. Again, that is about $400 margin from the developer. Okay, subsequently, can you see the price drop one round, drop to about $1,450 per square foot, and then drop another round to $1,003 per square foot. Okay, at $1,003 per square foot, are they still making money? The answer is yes. Okay, so again, those that bought at the launch stage end up losing money. But those bought at the subsequent later stages at a price that's closer to the developer's break-even, of course, they have a much higher profit margin and a much more buffer than the initial owners. Okay. Now we take a look at the next property. It is Granville Park. This one is going to TOP soon. If you look at the break-even price, it's $1,238. And this is very close to Tanah Merah MRT. Now, for this project, if you just base by location, Granville Park at Tanah Merah versus Seaside Residences at Anjuni, which one the location is better? Definitely is the one at Seaside Residences, right? Because it's closer to town, city fringe and all that. Okay, but now we look at Granville Park, $1,238. That is the break-even price for Granville Park. Okay, let's see how did the property price trend for this particular project. Okay, in 2017, if you can see, launch price about 1,003 plus to 1,004 plus. After that, the price shoot up all the way to about $1,600, $1,005 per square foot. Okay, so why is this so? Because if you see again, look at the break-even price, $1,238 per square foot. But this time around, instead of having a $400, $500 margin, the developer is only looking at about a $200 margin from their break-even price. Okay, so at a low margin at the initial stage, okay, as they sell a certain number of units, they start to increase the price. So you can see from 2017 April to January 2018, the prices were all hovering at about $1,003 plus $1,004 plus per square foot, which is a very healthy margin from the break-even price. After that, when they clear a certain amount of units, okay, they maybe go to the next phase and say that, okay, now it's time for us, because we have cleared a certain amount of units in the development, I'm able to get my financing from the banks to build the development. Let's increase the price moving forward. Okay, so key thing with the profit margin, with the break-even price, you can determine, is it the right time to enter a particular project? Okay, so this is for Granville Park. Okay, the next example I'm going to show you, it's a Toa Payoh project that has TOP not long. It's called Gem Residences. Now, if you see, break-even price is about $1,200 per square foot. Okay, initial launch that time is about $1,004 per square foot. Again, we are at a healthy range of about $150 to $250 per square foot from the break-even. Thereafter, can you see, after 2018, prices start to shoot up. Okay, so the most important factor, my friends, to look at is the price that you're buying versus the break-even cost. You want to be as close as possible to the break-even cost. Okay? Because if you see how the prices move, the timing to enter a project is very important. So two factors. One, by looking at your entry price versus the timing that you enter. Okay? Your entry price will determine whether you are entering the project at the correct timing. So an example, right, this is for Gem Residences, the one that I was showing you early on for the Toa Payoh project. If you look at 2807, a particular unit, in year 2016, right, it was $1,444 per square foot. Okay, versus the break even early on, that's how we were saying is about $1,200 plus per square foot. So you are in a very safe range. Okay. Then if you see about a year later, okay, one floor, 3 floors below you, okay, price increase to about 1.414 million at $1,510 per square foot. Okay, and then you fast forward a few months later, price shoot up to about $1,006 per square foot. And then in year 2018, prices jumped to about $1,007 per square foot. Okay, so the key thing is for whatever projects that you're buying, for whatever units that you are buying, you have to be able to determine how much has the price increased, because most of the developments now are easily 70%, 80% sold, some 60, 50% sold. Okay, so the key thing is selecting the unit. If you have seen that the particular unit, the price has increased by a substantial amount, of course, my advice is you better do your research, and you better make sure that depending on your needs. But for me, I feel that if your price has increased by quite an amount, it doesn't make sense to enter that particular unit. Why I say so? Imagine you are the one who bought 2907 at 1.6 million. Okay, the owner who buy 2807 one floor below you at 1.35, the buffer margin is a lot. So basically, the 2807 just have to sell at the price that you have buy. They have made profit. But for you, you have to sell way higher. So that is, we end up in a scenario that it's not so ideal, because we have to, number one, sell at a much higher price, which was never done before for this development, as an example. So you have to see which stage you are at now. So example, if you are at a stage of around this portion, like 2507, where the margin, where the increase is not so substantial but marginal, and there's still some room for the price to go up, that's something that you can consider. Okay. Okay, then now I'm going to share with you a few more projects. We look at the more recent projects. This is a particular one called Seaside Residence at Siglap area. Again, focus on the break-even price of $1,353 per square foot. Okay. Now you see this based on today's data, the minimum price that was transacted for Seaside Residences was $1,421 per square foot. So it's very near to the break-even price. In some projects, of course, you can find prices that are very close to break-even prices. And then if you look at the average price per square foot, is about 1,767. And you look at the max price per square foot is $2,233. Okay, so key thing to determine whether we are entering at the correct timing is to look at the price that we are buying versus the break-even price. And then, of course, looking at the data of what your neighbors have bought at example. Okay, so just to run through very quickly, this is Seaside Residences. If you look at 1234, 22nd April 2017, this is initially where it was first launched. Okay, so this is different. First launch, we have seen developers first launch, they launch at a much higher margin, then subsequently they drop price. But of course, we have also seen some developments where when they first launch, okay, they are very realistic. They just want to move the units. They launch it very close to their break-even price. Subsequently, after clearing 30, 20, 40%, they start to increase the price. So this is what happens with Seaside Residences, 1234 at $1,542 per square foot. And you see subsequently at 1st October 2019, the prices went up to about 1.9 million, which is $1,865 per square foot. That's easily a 328,000 difference in just a span of within one and a half years. So very important for you to take note. Okay, and Florence Residence, why we are sharing this project is because we have a few clients that actually bought into this project. And how did we help them make gains from choosing the right unit, entering at the right time by just looking at the estimated break-even price. Okay, so Florence Residence is an OCR project, Hougang project. $1,334 is the break-even price. Okay, and if you see when it was first launched, okay, prices were only at about $1,450 per square foot. Okay, so this is the key indicator number one. We know that the pricing from the developer is very realistic. They are pricing it very close to their break-even price just to move the units. Okay. Subsequently, after clearing certain percentage, now it's about 70%. So you can see the price actually went up all the way to about $1,600 per square foot. Okay. So okay, so we see this particular unit that our client bought at 0720, okay, at 2019, 1001 square feet, okay, at $1,397 per square foot. And that is very close to the break even at 1.398. Okay. Subsequently, if you can see prices now to date, the increase 100 plus thousand from 0720 all the way to 1120, about 4 floors higher at 1.494. Even 3 floors higher, it's already been transacted at 1.488. Okay, and the highest ever recorded for this stack is about $1,527 per square foot. Okay, so with that, even before TOP, our client has already enjoyed some capital appreciation even before TOP. Or minimally, I think in terms of the worst case scenario, what they're looking at is from 1398, all they need to do is to sell at 1.5. Definitely is very safe, because those who enter at 1.5 or 1.4 plus would have to sell at 1.5 plus to 1.6 plus to enjoy some form of capital gain. With that, we have come to the end of our video. I hope that all this information will provide you all with clarity, what to look out for, and the key indicators to see when buying a property. And this is what we have used to help a lot of our clients enter the market correctly, make the most informed decision, and even for ourselves as well. So if you guys have any questions, or if you need us to help you all with any property related matters, look into certain areas, just feel free to contact any one of us. Thank you.